Hi guys, Mike here from MyKeyReviews, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the official PlayStation wireless stereo headset 2.0. God damn, that was a mouthful. Otherwise known as the gold headset in the US, and you know what? I'm just gonna call these the golds. Why on earth they change this, I do not know. Yeah, so to me these are the golds. A lot easier to say. So anyway, these are the newest models available. These are obviously official headsets. So yeah, the last official headsets to come out were the Pulses. If you see my review of them, you'll know just how much I love these, and I use them all the time. I've had them for a really long time now as well, and they're still going strong. So people who say that these break easily, no, they don't. If you treat them with respect, they don't break easily. Okay, so anyway, these new headsets are going for actually a pretty good price. In the UK, I managed to get these on Amazon for £75. The Pulses are still going for 100. The only downside to this one, I would say, initially when it comes to tech, is they don't have the bass impact like these, but that was more of a love or hate thing. I use them now and then, not really all the time, because it can get quite overwhelming. So yeah, it's not exactly a big deal, but some people may think otherwise. Anyway, so these work on the PS4, PS3 and the PS Vita. So just like PlayStation Plus working on all the consoles, these do the exact same. If I turn this around, I'm just going to read a few of the features. So first of all, it has 7.1 virtual surround sound, which only works on the PS3 and the PS4 only. So on the Vita, you're not going to get the 7.1 virtual surround, but you're still going to get good audio. Once again, crystal clear internal microphone, just like the Pulses. They're hidden as well, which I absolutely love. Preset sound modes optimized for games, movies and music. You can also download the companion app to customize it even further, and it also has a foldable design for travel and storage. Ooh la la, how good. And all the rest is just in different languages, which I can't pronounce, and it's also pointless in me saying that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. On the back, it's just repeating itself. So let's get to the most important part, the unboxing. Oh, is it a box inside of a box? Yes, it is. Oh, look at that. Very, very swish. Come on, how do you open this? There we go. Okay, let's make this look good. Hooah. So the first thing to come out is, of course, the headphones. My lord, these seem a lot thicker than these. You can see there's quite a bit of a difference there, but they look pretty darn cool. We'll have a better look at them in a bit. Wait a minute, is there something hidden? I believe there is. There's got to be. Aha, there we go. So underneath this we have a hidden box, and it's fairly heavy. So let's open this up. We'll get the boring stuff out of the way. So here it looks like we've got the instruction manual, as well as, you know what, I have no idea. They look the same except for one's in color and one's not. Okay, so the next thing, no way, is this a charging cable? The reason why I'm sounding surprised is because the Pulses didn't actually come with the charging cable. So it's good to see that these do come with one, except for the very short. This is a micro USB, not a mini, which is the PS3's version. Oh, sorry, what the PS3 uses. So yeah, so this one is a bit more up to date. Then we have the stereo cable. So this is what you use to connect it to the Vita, or if you want to connect it directly to the PS4 controller, you can use that also. So that one will go into the headset and one will go into your device, such as the DualShock 4 or your Vita. The next thing to come out is the dongle. This is very important to keep hold of. I'm just going to quickly open this because I've just noticed that this one doesn't actually have an output or an input like the Pulses. So with the Pulses, I was able to plug in my MP3 player and listen to it wirelessly. So it looks like you're not going to be able to do it with this one. And finally we have, oh, if I don't drop it, a carry case. That is pretty cool. Well, at least you get a little bit more than the pulses, so I can't really complain about that. And that's it for the unboxing. And here's the headset, looking pretty swish, all folded up. And I've got to say, I really do love the color scheme going on here. You've got a lovely blue on the interior, and on the exterior you've got the matte black with the logos on the sides there. Also on the interior you've got the ear indicator, so here is the left. You can actually tell which one's the left because it's got all the functions on it, whereas the right ear cup actually has nothing on it. The other thing I want to point out as well is this is very, very comfy. Like, this is just so soft. I could squeeze this all day. Yeah, that's how sad I am. Even the ear cup is very soft, and these go directly over your ears, or, well, they do for me. If you've got big ears, then these may end up being an on-ear headset. Not my problem, unfortunately, but I mean, I'm sure that these are going to be over ears for many, many people. Just to point out as well with the pulses, I mean, I found these comfy anyway, but these have got two narrow headbands, whereas this one actually has a much wider area that it covers. So once again, this is going to add to the comfort levels. So yeah, really good design for this. Yeah, so let's go to the other features of this headset. So if we flip this all the way down here, we've got the micro USB ports. This is how we charge up the headset. And to the left of that, you've got the audio ports. So this is where you like connect it to your DualShock 4 controller or your Vita. To the left of that, this is the on button. Now it just says off 1 and 2. Basically the 1 and 2s will turn it on, but to a different preset. And you can change this through the companion app available on the PS3 and PS4. So if I just turn this on, you'll see that the blue light will flash. There we go, so that's to indicate it's on. If we twist this even further around, we've got the sound and chat ratio buttons here. So if you want to listen to more game and drown out your friends, then you can just keep upping on the sound. Or if you want to listen to your friends over the game, then keep clicking on the chat. Let's twist this on the other side. Okay, so this one here is the mute button. So if you don't want to be heard, whop that and you'll be muted, or you'll mute the headset, should I say. If we carry on going, we've got the volume button. So once you've adjusted the ratio over here, you can up or down your volume even further. And finally, on here, right up the top, we've got the virtual surround sound button. I have no idea why you'd want to disable it, because the virtual surround sound is a really good feature, but if you don't want it, you can disable it, or if it's disabled, you can press that to enable it. And that's pretty much it for all the features. If you're planning on using this headset with the PlayStation Vita, then you will need to use the included chat cable, as you can see here. So one end goes into the headphone port of the Vita, which is located on the bottom, and the other end goes in the audio in of the headset, which is located right by the micro USB port on the left cup. Alternatively, if let's say you don't want to use the wireless feature with the PS4, you can connect it to the DualShock 4 just like you would with the default chat cable that is included with the PS4. The bad point of obviously using the cable is you don't get the virtual 7.1 surround sound. However, the good thing about it is these devices will power up the headset, so if this has no battery, then you can still use it. Whereas if you want to use it via wireless and it's got no battery, obviously you can't use it. So let's say you want to connect it to the PS3 or the PS4 wirelessly, then you want to whip out the little USB dongle here, and you want to just insert it into your console. There you go, and one of the lights should bleep up there, should turn blue. There we go, so now that's flashing blue. You know that's connected properly, and then you want to turn on this headset. When you're using this with the PS4, it will ask you to choose a user, so make sure that you choose the user that you're planning on using this with. So there we go, I'm just going to select that. Awesome. Okay, so now the headset is all connected, but I'm sure you're aware that the audio is still coming from the TV. So this means that the settings are set to chat only. So you want to go all the way into the settings and down to the sound and screen, then audio output settings, and you want to put the output to headphones from chat audio to all audio. Now you can tell that there's no sound coming from the TV. In fact, they're coming from the headset. So if I just put this by my microphone, you should be able to hear the audio coming out from the headset. Okay, so once it's in this mode, you'll be able to start playing around with the, all the functions. For instance, the 7.1 surround, you'll be able to toggle that on and off. I can't see why you'd want to turn it off, but you can if you want to. But the other thing I want to mention as well is if you want to get the most out of this headset, download the headset companion app. Which is just this one here. Yeah, there we go, headset companion app. You can download this onto your PS3 or PS4 via the PlayStation Store. So if I start that up, and you need to make sure that this is connected to your console. So I'm just going to grab the micro USB and just plug it into the bottom of the headset here. Then you need to select the appropriate headset. So we're not using the pulses, we're using the gold headset. So select that. And from here you can select a profile. Now you only get to choose one at a time, unlike the pulses where you can select multiple different sound profiles. With this headset, unfortunately you can only select one. So basically you've got the off, you've got the one which is on, and then you've got two, which is the customized sound profile. So you can either go to one of these presets here, for instance shooter, and get up a description, or you can go up to these ones here, like for instance games 1. You can edit the profile and you can adjust the bass, mid and treble. You want to select the one that you want, and then you want to go to this little box here and click upload. And then we have it. That's all done. So all you need to do now is close the application, take out the micro USB, and then you're all ready to go. So I've been using these for a couple of days now, and I've got to say that I've been having a pretty good experience with these. If they're not on par with the pulses, I would say maybe even slightly better in certain areas. The sound quality is clear, crisp, and you also get a good sense of direction. Not the same as a proper surround sound, but you know, that's expected. And for some headphones, I would say that these do a pretty darn good job. Also with the sound profiles, with the shooter, really enhances the game's audio. For instance with Battlefield, it makes the grenade stand out a bit more, as well as a gunfire, you get a bit more boom and bass and etc. Just like I said, really enhances the game and makes it a lot more enjoyable. With the microphone, I can't really show you guys this because there's nothing on the PS4 that allows me to project, you know, what I'm saying out from the TV, so that's quite annoying. But I've asked people on the receiving end their opinion on it, and they said that it was very easy to understand. There was no negative issues about it, so we'll just have to take their word for that. I tried to connect it to the camera, but it's not quite compatible with it, so the sound quality wasn't as what I expected. It was very clear, but it was quite low in volume, and even though I whopped it up, couldn't quite hear it. So that's been a bit of a bummer, but other people have said that they could hear me very clearly, so we'll just have to take their word for it. As for comfort, the maximum time I've used these for is probably around about, I would say, 3 hours. No discomfort whatsoever. Other people have been saying that, or should I say some people have been saying they get sweaty ears and all that. I guess that's probably down to the person. I haven't had that issue, but you know, not to say that you won't. Just one of these things, people have different experiences. I just think that the cups really nice and smooth and soft, as well as the headband there. They go right over your ear, which brings to the next issue for some people, where they completely cover your ear and you don't get feedback of when you talk back into your ears. You can't really hear yourself, so you may find yourself like kind of shouting or talking a bit loudly. If this is an issue for you, then you probably won't want to go for these. Same with the pulses and the original wireless stereo headsets. They're all pretty much the same in that regard. So if that's going to bother you, don't get any of those. You might want to look into a different headset. As for let's say this versus the Pulse. Now these are a lot cheaper than the Pulses. I'd say comfort wise a bit more comfier, sound quality, you know, maybe a little bit better. The one good thing about the Pulses is they have a lot of sound profiles. You can skip through, let's say, shooter, movie, racing, just by clicking the button, and you can also edit a lot more at once. This one you can only do one at a time, so if that's an issue, maybe you want to go for the Pulses. If the bass impact is something that you really want to go for, then you know, maybe go for the Pulses, spend a little bit of extra. But I personally think that these are really good. Oh yeah, I guess, you know, these have buttons rather than sliders. Personal preference really, I prefer the sliders, but these do fold and they are easy to store, and like I said, they're very good quality. I think overall they're definitely a headset I would recommend. Good price and output, really good quality. And that's pretty much it, guys, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you in my next video.